We'll start with the practice problem on time complexity. So first you will read the code and you can, there are options here. You can like guess what will the time complexity for 1 minute. We'll start with this question. Are you comfortable with C++?
Yes. Or go to Python.
Java.
N plus M or
Fine,
Anything.
Everybody
yes.
has different language.
Fourth one, no. N plus M, no?
Time and
Second one.
space.
Second one.
Time and space, both.
What is space?
Third.
Okay, similar to time complexity. How much space it is taking based on input data, we'll call space complexity. Like if we are storing constant number of variables, then it will be order of one, and if depends on input size, then it will be order of n, or will similarly add that order in space also.
I think third one, no?
Shruti,
Yeah, I think third one because for loop is like one, right? So it's outside, but below for loop.
how much time random takes? Did you consider that? Okay. So, like, we'll also have to consider what function we are using inside the loop. It might be like it would be taking more than order one or something, or log
But
n or
whatever it
other.
takes, it will be independent of N and M, right?
No, but it is inside that loop. No, that will run, and if it will run n times
No, you're talking about time or space.
time.
Okay. So, but it's an external factor, right? I mean,
No,
can't,
if something runs in a loop, it will get multiplied. No, that piece of code will run n times.
Mhm.
Means this random function will call n times. Whatever the time complexity of this random function will have, it will get multiplied by n because it will run n times.
Correct.
Yeah,
And the second also m times it will run.
yeah, correct.
So total is n plus m, no?
N plus m into time complexity of this random.
But in the
And
options it is not there, no?
because random time complexity is order of one only.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll have to see what function we are using also inside the loop,
So let's say
or what else.
if we call the function that has the order of n,
Yeah, inside
in
if we
that
call
case,
order
what
of
will
n,
happen?
then that order of n will be called n times. No, that piece of code will be n times. So n into n.
N square.
Yeah, correct.
N square plus M square it will be.
If same function is called, then n into n. Here n into m or m into m, whatever that value is. So for this n, third option is correct, n plus m and one order for the space.
Space is 1 because
Only two
Because
variables are
constantly you
there.
are updating only single integer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Second problem.
So this one is
4 N square.
n into, no, this is j greater than I, no?
Anyway, it will run N times.
No, it will not run for all. No, if for example, if I is equal to 4, gen greater than 4, right? So it will not run n times this inner loop. So it will be n log n, I guess, second one.
Why log n? You are just guessing.
Why not square root? Yeah.
No, it is not square root. No, I mean, it is not. See, 8, 4, 2, it's not reducing like that. And first one, order of n is not the case. Third one, n square is also not the case. So remaining is log n. I
Oh,
chose.
yeah, it's n square only. We
No,
have
no.
to consider
You
worst
should
case, so it will be n square.
you should calculate total number of executions, what total number of steps that it is executed.
So for example, if I choose n is equal to 10,
Yeah.
then
Then
first time, n is equal to 10, j less than 0. Correct. Yeah, n square.
how n square?
So that loop will be called n times, 10 times, no,
Yeah.
j greater
Then
than 0.
first time it will call 10 times, and other times it will be less now.
Less 9, yeah.
So first time it will be n, then n minus 1, then n
Correct.
minus
N
2.
minus 2, n minus 3.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Till 1. So
Hmm.
if you sum all of these 1 plus 2 plus 3 dot 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 and n minus till n,
Hmm.
then what will be the summation of this?
Log n.
No, 1 plus 2 plus 3, all integers till n.
N plus n1, n into n plus 1 by 2.
Yeah, correct. So
Uh,
n into n plus 1 by 2. If we write in order, and order of n into order, then n into n plus 1 by 2, we can ignore plus 1. Then n into n by 2,
yeah,
we
n
can ignore
square,
by
n
2.
square by 2.
Then n square, we can ignore by 2 also.
Okay.
If it is not constant number, not dependent on input, we can ignore.
But Atul, do we need to calculate like this? Because we need to
Ah,
we need to have the worst case scenario. So for
yes.
the inner loop, we can consider the n to be the worst case. The n number of times it will iterate in worst case scenario, right?
Ah,
For so we
in
can
worst case, it will be like n times, then n minus 1 times, then n minus 2 times. It will always be like that. And
so
worst case means we are only thinking about the input size. If it best case means n is very less. If it is worst case, then n is very big.
hmm,
So everyone got n square. How to get n square?
okay.
Okay. Then you can think about this. I'll come in a minute.
N by 2 to n, and then 2 to n. 2 square by 2.
I'll come in a minute.
Hmm.
N is equal to n by 2, 10 by 2, 5. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So half time, I mean half of it. And then inner loop 2, 10, 2 into 2, 4, 4 into 2, 8. So this is into 2.
The inner one also it will run half
By
only.
2.
Iteration will be half only because the step size is twice. J will be increasing at 2j speed.
No, this is not half. This is into 2. No, first time into 2, 4 into 2, 8, 8 into 2, 16. Only, for example, if it is a 10 n, I mean n is equal to 10.
Hmm.
So the second loop, it will come as j is equal to 2, right? So 3 times only, like 2, 4, 8. 3 times only it will loop, no?
2 and then next time
4.
2 to the 4 and then 4 to the
4
8.
to the 8. 3 times only it will repeat, no?
Time, yeah. So basically in exponentially it is decreasing for
Yeah, exponentially.
so for inner loop it is exponentially, but in the outer is n times.
Half.
So
N
it
by 2 times.
could be n log n.
N by 2 and n by 2 and this is exponential. How do we denote, man? Log n, na? Then n log n.
What is the fourth option? XOR or what?
N square log n.
Square login, that is.
Square. Then it is n log n.
N login, yeah.
N square log n. Or n log n. N log n.
N log n only. But log n we have not calculated. So let's take example of 100. When we are having 100 inputs, how many times this inner loop will run?
2,
Starting
4, 8, 6,
2,
2, 4, 8, 16,
8,
32. 2 to the power of, man, this is
2 to the power, right?
2 to the power.
Then n into 2 to the power n.
N in square. Yeah, n log n only. We'll control his screen and scroll down.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah.
So what will be the answer?
N into 2 to the power n. But we don't have that option.
Yeah. So how you all calculated?
The outer loop will run n times, and inner
Yeah.
loop will have like 2 plus 4 plus 8 plus 16 and so on.
This the fourth option is square of 2 log n, na? Or n
No,
square
no.
into log n.
N is n square into log.
N square into log n, na? Okay.
But outer loop will run for n by 2 times. From n by 2 till n. And inner loop?
2 to the power n or log n, I'm not sure.
2 exponentially, basically.
How? Why all you are guessing? Just you can like count the
So, for
total
example,
number
if I
of
take
by
10
that.
as an n,
Yeah.
4, 8, 3 times it gets. If I take 100 as an input, n,
Yeah.
2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, that's all. 2 to the
Yeah.
power of how much? 5, 6, 2 to the power of 6.
2,
Correct.
4, 8, 16, 32, 64. So basically for 100, n equals to 100, we have 6. So log n, 2 is the answer.
So 100
Ah,
to
can
10
guess
square, 2.
So for n equals to 100, we have to run only 6 times for inner loop.
Correct. So yeah, like this you can calculate by taking
So option is
custom
second
inputs.
option, no? N log n.
Yeah, n log n is correct. Yeah, like for 16 it will be 2, 4, 8, 16, 4, 32. It will be log n steps. How?
So log n is like base 10 or base 2?
10.
Base. Here base 2 it is.
Base 2, right?
Yeah.
So if it is 10, I mean if it is 100, so it will be 2 to the power of how many? 10 into 10.
6.
2 into 5. Hey, what is this, man? How to calculate?
2 to the power 6, man.
2 to the power of 6, how it will be 100? No.
It will be 64, but the next one we
No,
want
log 100, how much?
log 100.
It will be more than 6, less than 7.
7, yes, correct.
So total number of steps you can count by like it will run first log n steps. How you can it will generate this log series I told yesterday. If you write all the steps, first it will run like 2 times, then 4 times. And the logarithm series is like 1 by 2, 1 by 4, 1 by 2 cube, 1 by 2 power 4. This series is similar. If you multiply by 32 or and the series will become similar. So total inside of the loop it will run log n times, and outer loop is n by 2 means n times. So n into log n. Okay. So next.
So A
And Ashik, they are not there.
अरे ये तो इनफिनाइट लूप रन करेगा.
नहीं,
second.
नहीं
वो
रे,
पेन होगा
by
ना.
by is doing no.
While I is greater than 0 and it is reducing I by
But it won't. It will be always greater than 0 only, right?
why? How?
What? I is
It
equal
is
to
getting divided every time.
5.
अच्छा, integer we have to take. Decimal, if we take consider decimal, then it will be greater than 0 only, right?
Yeah. It's an integer.
So this is order of n by 2.
How?
Every time it is getting half.
So how did it count total number of
Hey,
Order of n, I think.
Yeah, I think it's
No order of.
no, if it is, for example, if it
order
is
of n.
I is equal to 10,
Hmm.
so first iteration it will go off. I mean go, and second iteration I will become 5.
Yeah.
And the third iteration I will become 2.5, 2.
2. Yeah.
And then fourth iteration I will become 1.
Hmm.
And fifth iteration I will become 0.
Correct.
so it is
n
executing
by 2.
only, no.
What? Sorry.
N by 2.
How
But
and
n
by
by 2
2?
is n
No,
only.
because n.
Explain yourselves. How and
See, you take basic least integer, okay.
okay.
You take 1. So while
Ah.
1 greater than 0, it executes 1 time.
Okay.
Then I is equal to 1 by 2. So it will be 0.5, so 0. So it executed once. Correct, no?
Ah.
So if you take 2,
Hmm.
2 greater than 0, then I is equal to 2 by 2, 1. So again it executes. So it executed twice.
Okay. Let's say n is 16.
Okay, 16, it will be 8. Again it is greater.
8, 4, 2.
8, 4, 2, 1, 0. If we take larger value, like 64, it will be 64 first, then 32,
32,
16, 8, 4, 2,
8,
1.
4, 2, 1.
This we saw similar data like this in previous problem.
It's square root of n.
No,
Log.
logarithm. In the logarithm series, it will get like I'll show log series functions. Logs.
So every time it is getting half.
Yeah, correct.
1 by 2, 1 by 4, 1 by 8. So it is log n, na?
The answer is log n because it will run. Number of steps will be 1, then 2, then 2 to power. Sorry, correct. 1, 2 to power 2 to power 3 till n. The series will be like this. If you sum all of this, you will get log n.
2 square, I mean, yeah, 2 to the power of 4 is equal to
Sorry,
16.
reverse.
Means 1,
1 by 2, 1 by 2 to power 2, 1
yeah,
by 2 to power 3. If you sum all of this, then you will get log n. That's why it is order of log n. Okay.
Okay.
This, what was the time complexity of following to 8?
One to n, and then I is increasing by k times.
Okay.
So let's consider I n to be 100 or 10 only. I will be 1k, 2k, and 2k is less than n. 3k.
so this one is k, where is
Order of
k
k.
here?
A sub constant, you can say.
Then,
Like A might be 2, 3, or n.
yeah, maybe log base this one, kn, base kn.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if
Base
I
K
choose log
option.
n base k.
Okay.
Correct.
How?
Because in case of 2, it is log 2n, right?
Yeah.
So in case
Similar series will be here. If
Hmm.
it is case 2, it will get multiplied by 2 and then again 2 and again 2. And
Hmm.
if it is another some other constant, it will get multiplied by k. So log of n base k. Okay. For this.
So this one and so for sure outer loop will run n times,
Yeah, correct.
and then inner loop, it depends on the outer loop. So like,
-1 for sure, less than
huh?
I. Third one, is it?
Once again, in order of n. One second, no. One second. N into n. Hey, what is third one, man? N into n minus 1 by 2. What is it? It will become n square only, no?
Uh,
Huh?
yes, correct.
And fourth one is like n into n plus 1 means n square only, no?
Yeah, it didn't wrote the order notation. It just wrote total number of execution
Oh, okay,
steps.
okay. So, so, yeah, if it is I is equal to n square, n into n plus 1.
in second loop, we are not,
I mean,
we are incrementing
so,
j at a time.
yeah, so for sure it will be, I mean, second loop also n times.
Um,
So, n square it will be.
But we have to find out the precise value. They have mentioned +1, -1.
Yeah, not the order notation. Total number of what will be total number of execution steps.
Let's consider I to be or n to be 10. And I will start from 0 to 10. For first one, it is 10. The second one, it will be like 0 to 0, and then 0 to 1 to again. For 0 case, it is 0. For 10 case, it will be 10 times.
So here, second loop will be n minus 2, no?
For what value of I?
I mean, for example, if I take 10 as an n,
Hmm.
so for 0 it won't execute, for 10 it
Okay.
won't.
Minus
For 10,
It will execute 9
it,
times, no?
it will not come only. It will not come to inner loop.
Correct.
So if I take 10, it will execute only 8 times.
9 times.
9
8
times,
times.
no. N minus 1.
No, first 0 will not, I mean 0, 1.
It will be there.
Correct,
0
correct.
is less
0 is
than.
less than
Yeah.
10, 0
Yeah.
less than 9, 0 up to, but 0 is not calculated.
no 0 to n minus 1 it will run. So like 10 times only.
N into n minus 1.
So third is answer, I think.
But by to y it is there.
You need to
By
calculate
two.
total number of steps.
By 2 because see for first iteration, let's consider I to be 0 and n to be 10, right? So j will iterate only once.
I think it's n plus 1.
And second iteration, let's consider I to be 4. I mean, next case to be I to be 4 and n to be 10. So now j will run till 0, 1, 2, 3, which is 4 steps. And
Okay, I'll put little.
Hmm.
So for 0, it will run 0 times. For 1, it will run 1 time. For 2, it will run 2 times. And for n, it will run n minus 1 times. And if it will go from 0 to n minus 1, correct? For 0, it will run 0 times. 1, it will 1 time. So 2 times, 3 times till n minus 1. N minus 1 will be n minus 1 times. Okay, if we sum all of this 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 till
N into
n
n plus
minus
1
1,
by 2.
till n minus 1, not n. The summation
Okay. N into
formula is n into n plus 1 by 2 for summation, but here n is n minus 1. So it will become n into n minus 1 by 2 total. Okay,
I mean,
and
because
if
it is n minus 1 at the last.
yeah, correct. If you write complete series of execution, what will be there? 1 till 0, 1, 2 till n minus 1 only. Total number of execution steps. So and the order will be n square only, but total number of execution steps will be n minus 1 by 2. Okay. Yeah, so this completes today's session.
Nice, nice.
Okay, I'll ask one more question. Like how will be the root and time complexity? Can you tell? What will be the how will you write root and time complexity algorithm?
16, 4, 2.
Any idea how you can write?
16 for 16 for 2.
I mean,
Square root of n, how?
It will be exponential decrease. No, log n is usually increase, is it?
It is inside of this is the number of execution steps.
in 10. So, for example, if I take 100 as an input, if it
Yeah,
loops 10 times, then it will be square root of n. And if
Correct.
you
yeah,
take
correct.
64 as an input, if it loops 8 times,
Correct.
it will be
Yeah.
square root of n.
Yeah. It is good.
So
So
basically, we have to increment or decrement the variable by I square. Sorry, I square equals to x, then x equals to I equals to under root x, right? So we have to decrement by I square.
Huh?
By decrement by I square.
Sorry, I mean this when we are doing this I equals to I by 2, right? The similarly we have to do I equals to
No,
1
no,
by
don't
I
look at this
square.
code.
I square or 2I something.
Two.
Once.
It can't be 2i.
I mean, anything you take, maybe, if it satisfies that square roots conditions.
Hmm.
Correct. How you can write? Any idea?
Mm. So decrease by square root. I mean, decrease 1 second.
No,
I
total number of execution steps should be square
Correct,
root.
correct, correct. Then 100 if I take by 250 by 225 by 215 by 212 by 2 6 by 2 3 by 2 1.
If we divide or multiply by 2,
Hmm.
we have seen that it will follow log series on.
Correct. Hmm.
Right?
Okay, you only
Any
write.
idea? What? Sorry.
You only write example.
Okay. So we can write loop like this. Simply square root of n. It will whatever the code is here, it will be then the square root of n times. Simply, or you can we do not use square root mainly because it will go in decimal. So we write I into y is less than same thing. Just we transfer that equation
Hmm.
less than equal to n. Did you understand?
But what if we don't have to use that function, square root function?
I told
I
we
equals
don't
to
use that
The
number square root
Acha,
function. We use I into I is less than n, which is similar
the
I is less than square root.
the increment also it will be I is equal to I into I, yeah.
No, no, increment is only I equal to I plus one time only.
No, for example, if I take 10,
Yeah, n is 10. It will
if
go
I
from
place
0 to 10. Sorry,
uh,
0 to root 10.
how?
so I will iterate
One.
till under root n, right?
Correct, correct. 2 into 2,
Correct, na?
4. 3 into 3, 4,
Yes, but
9.
hmm.
10. If I take 2, 3, it is between 3 and 4. So
Hmm.
it will be
This is
3.
similar to this. I
Hmm.
into I is less than equal to n is similar to I is less than square root n.
Yeah.
You just did a square and words.
Hmm.
So for square root complexity, we use the code like this. It is mainly used in finding prime numbers, something, or factors. For writing factors code, if you want to find factors of any number, you generally write in square root. So this concludes to this session.
R star all that.
Yeah.